For those of you with kids, you know how crazy life can get. For those of you without kids, you can do your best to imagine.
What have you been doing to your brother?
Things get crazy. And now in 2022, a lot of us are working from home with our kids too.
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me.
We wanted to talk today about working from home and being creators with our kids. We are all parents here now at Sunny 16 as of the last year, and there's a lot to unpack.
Absolutely.
What's up, everybody?
What up?
What up?
Hey, you might have noticed I'm sitting in a little bit of different space and Niles isn't here. We have the one and only Julia Manchik.
Hi.
Also a co-worker of ours at Sunny 16 and wanted to get her on the show.
This is our lovely designer.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tay.
You want to say what you
Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm Julia. We're recording at my house that's currently under construction. We're remodeling. So
She pulled off blue tape off this window right
yeah,
before we started.
exactly. I still haven't painted the walls.
Amazing.
So I was desperately cleaning while Caleb set up this whole little podcast studio in the living room. But yeah, I've been at Moment for 6 years now, and at Sunny for a couple months. But yeah, I moved over with these guys. And I've been full-time this whole time. Actually, when I first started at Moment, I didn't have any kids, and now I have 3
Boys.
So
3 boys.
3 boys. Yeah, so I got suckered into being on the show against my will.
And no, we want to
I do all right.
like we said, we've said a couple times we want to show off some of our other team members, not just the 4 of us. Niles is also on documenting Wildorado, the band, on tour right now. So what up, Niles?
Niles would have had a lot to say, but honestly,
Yeah.
Julia is the best person to stand in for this episode because, three boys at home while you're trying to work.
And a
You would
photographer
think,
and a
but-
creative. Like, I think we'll
Yeah.
have some good nuggets of information from her
Totally.
today.
Yeah.
Thanks,
But,
guys.
Should we go through our cups?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's
first.
do that, because I got something interesting today.
Oh, Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
So I'm back
Get
I'm back in PA, right? So my favorite spot is Wawa. Caleb, you
Oh,
kind of know about Wawa.
Shout out my dude.
Here we go.
Wawa, let's
Here
go.
we go.
They have some new refreshing drinks. This is a lemonade passion fruit boba, and it's absolutely delicious. So that's
Sounds
what's in my cup.
divine.
If anyone lives over in the East Coast, like specifically PA, and has Wawa access, I'm jealous. We have
It's a
7-Eleven, which
blessing.
is like
It's a blessing to have.
7-Eleven's my West Coast favorite. But Julia made us coffee.
Those
Ooh, nice.
mugs.
Yeah, mystery beans. I don't know what it is.
Mystery
Like Jules
beans.
does.
That sounds scary.
Yuri takes care of restocking the beans.
I guarantee
he has a hookup.
I guarantee it was not a $28 bag of coffee.
Yeah.
Actually, like I said,
like,
he has a hookup, so he gets the good stuff.
We didn't pay 28, but it was
Yeah.
probably valued at 28.
Yeah.
Totally. It's the most Julia thing ever.
I am
What you got,
drinking
Taylor?
another coffee shop oat milk latte. I've been going to the coffee shop a lot.
Nice. So yeah, should we just dive into this topic? We are going to do a giveaway.
do it.
Let's do a
Let's
giveaway in
do
a little
it.
bit. We got to
Yeah.
announce a winner from last week. But I would say
Let's dive in.
let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
Joshua,
Yo,
how is it having kids and being a creator?
it is
Parent.
absolutely. It's a lot of things. Funny enough, I was just talking. I was talking to Jesse Driftwood this morning about it, and
Nice.
so I have 2 kids. In case you guys didn't know, I have a 5-month-old boy and a 2-year-old little girl, and my daughter is a complete daddy's little girl, to the extreme, because where it's like I can't go to the bathroom without her knowing where I am. So it gets
It's your little Velcro baby.
oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
sucks right back. Little sound effect, but no, like I've always wanted to be a parent. I always told me, like, once I got out of college and stuff, like, I'm going to settle down. I'm going to do this. Once I had my little checklist. Not a lot of men do that, but I did that. And
That's cute, dude. No, I'm just kidding. I was the same.
You're a family guy. Yeah.
I love having a family, but like to the extent where, I mean, nobody accounted for us. I didn't account for me being at home, being a parent for the most part. I mean, I want to be at home,
Changes
but at the same,
everything.
but living there, being a parent at home and working, it is a hurricane of emotions.
I need out. I need out.
That is a great explanation. Do you agree, Julia?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started at Moment, I went to the office almost every day, and then now we don't have an office,
Right.
so I have no choice.
Right.
But it's been amazing. I cannot imagine going into an office every day having kids.
Yeah,
Especially if you're breastfeeding, like being able to work from home and just feed my kid and not have to deal with pumping.
Yep.
The Moment office was not set up for a comfortable pumping.
A new mom, no.
What are the ages of your kids, Julia?
I have a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and 9-month-old. So they're all about 2 years apart.
Wow.
And Julia, if you guys don't follow her on Instagram
Amazing.
already, ultra mom, just in the
Doing
sense
it
of like
all.
doing it all, but documenting
Interior
your kids.
designer and
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
photographer.
Photographer.
She documents her kids probably better than anyone
Yeah.
else I follow or know.
Yeah.
I just watched your guys' last episode where you talked about how many photos are in your camera roll.
What do you got?
I
What do you
cannot imagine yours, Julia.
How many do you have to-
55,000.
got? 55K, what's up?
But it's because the photos start from right before my oldest son was born. And for some reason, I can't bring myself to like take those off my phone because I'm scared they'll like disappear.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to access like all my photos before kids, I don't really care about.
Right.
Like I don't really know where they
Right,
are. I don't
Yeah.
print them.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
But, like,
that is so true.
Ever since my kids are born, it's like they are my most
Every
like,
photo
prized
is
possession.
so
Yeah.
precious. Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah, so I'm like, even if they're backed up somewhere, I just want them on my phone.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to the point. I pay for like the $10 a month iCloud storage.
Same.
Yeah,
same.
I
you
still
do.
have a ways to go.
Same.
But I
Is
wonder
that
at what
2
point
terabytes?
I'll have to
Yeah, it's a
dump
2
it.
terabytes. That's the one
2
that has 2
terabytes?
terabytes. Yeah.
The phone is like a best friend for parents just because it's always there. Like when kids are doing something, you're not gonna you don't have time usually to go get your nice camera. So like
true.
having your phone there and the fact that you have like a wide angle there too is super helpful because you can't, often
Especially when you have multiples in one scene. If you have all your kids are spread out, Yeah, you
Yeah.
might want that wide.
And I do use a nice camera for pictures, but I only do video mostly on a phone.
Yeah.
Just
On
because
video,
it's so
yeah.
easy.
What's
I kind of
one-
wish I could do.
Oh, sorry. What's
Yeah,
one
what's up?
moment? What's one moment you guys capture the most with your kids, with your phone, photo or
Oh.
video?
I take a lot of pictures of my baby sleeping.
Same.
Really?
Or snuggling me, yeah, because just like when the face is all soft and they're just like peacefully sleeping, there's something about that. And then like bath time. I'm always taking pictures or videos of bath time.
Man, I'm usually just like sweating bullets at bath time, like trying to get
'Cause
all
you
these
have
kids
3,
bathing
I only have
clothes.
1.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I'm like, can't wait for this to be over.
Yeah.
For me, there's 2 instances where one is a new experience for them, and 2 is when they're becoming a
Right.
little brat. I just
Yep.
like when my
You
daughter
like it?
my daughter has these I used to get so stressed with her tantrums. But now I'm just like, well, I'll let you do your thing.
Yep.
You're rolling on the ground. Okay, I'm gonna record you so you could remember this. Legit.
I love
Legit.
that.
That's what I
It's
do
like
now.
it's like how you
That's
get back.
I think I've done that. Yeah.
It's kind of like getting back at them, but in like a really creative way.
Yeah.
I was just thinking when Julia was like documenting, you know how like the dads and dad cam gets the good rap of having like
Right.
the old dad cam, whatever.
Right.
I feel like you guys, Taylor and Julia, are like mom cam needs
Oh
to
my
make a
gosh.
comeback because
It
like
needs to
you're
be
the
there.
total mom cam
Totally.
shooter. Like but maybe the mom cam is. I don't know. It's a phone. It's whatever it is. But
Yeah, whatever you
I
got.
was gonna say the thing that I think I film and photograph the most is my husband playing with the kids. So like, I don't know. It's just like that's what makes me the most emotional. Is like stepping back, seeing them interacting.
she's gonna start crying, guys.
I will say on that point, Julia, you bring up a good point. I will say it is hard to get photos when you're the photographer of you and the baby. Like I
Yeah.
have millions of film photos of my partner and my baby.
Millions of
like-
film. Taylor's rich.
4 of me. You know what I mean? There's like truly maybe 4 of me and the baby on
Right.
film, like ones
Right.
that I'm going to want to print.
And they're all in the mirror. Selfies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me taking them.
Yeah.
That's so true, Taylor. I follow him on Instagram, and I'm always jealous of the amazing film photos he
He has really good photos. He really does.
Oh.
Taylor's like, you're welcome.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
I want to talk to Julia though about working from home with the kids because you
Yeah.
seem to be very happy that you get to do so, Julia.
Happiness.
Happiness. I'm sure not everyone feels like that. I'm sure there are people that are like,
Yeah, how do you
I
guys
cannot
feel? Do
work
you
with
want
my
an
kids.
office?
Oof.
I wish I had a little studio or a getaway.
Yeah.
For
Same,
sure.
same,
I like
same.
being at home for those small moments, but 80 to 90% of the time I wish I was just like locked in and focused outside. I'm in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
If my children were older than, like, if they were 4 and 5, like if they understood that when dad's home, there's a time where he has to be away.
Work. Right.
Yeah. Like that would be easier, but like
they don't
right
get
now,
that.
they don't understand it right now. So that's really hard. So like right now, I'm actually in my dad's office facility right now because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get away so I can really focus. And I've been so much more productive because I'm not worrying about. Because I'm a worrier. I'm a worry parent. If I hear something fall, I'm like, even though my wife's there, I'm like, yo, is everything okay? Good? Okay. Like I'll get up.
That's me too.
Yeah.
I find that struggle too, like of being home and hearing everything. Like even if my partner's with the baby, if I can hear something or like I can sense he needs to go down or like I can sense he needs this thing, it's very hard for me to not step in.
Yeah.
Which is where I luckily do have a work studio, but again, I'm still at home.
Right.
So like I can close the door, but that's the most I'm gonna get. And so yeah, I find that same struggle, Joshua.
Yeah, my favorite thing about working from home and having kids is being able to, one, just like go out and breastfeed, have meals together, like throughout the day, see my kids. When I did go into the office, or even if I have like a long shoot day, there are days where I like leave before they wake up and come home when they're already asleep, which is just heartbreaking. Like you missed this whole day of your kid's life. But if you're working at home, even if it's a long day, you see them a lot. So my ultimate dream is like building a backyard office so I can like still come in for meals.
Shout out bench high.
Come in to breastfeed. Yeah.
So good.
But leave the
other
house,
people.
get peace and quiet.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
I will say,
kids aren't knocking on your door.
before the episode goes
Right.
any farther, I have to give a shout out to our partners or spouses or whatever. If wasn't for them, first of all, if I don't give her a shout out, I'll get in trouble. I'm just kidding. But no, during the day, if you're working as a creator or any job really, but like they do so much work to like deal with the kids, support us. And so like, it's like a huge balance for that. Yeah.
Shout out to all of you.
Let's do the giveaway in a couple minutes. But the last question kind of with this is, how do you find balance then, Taylor? Like,
I don't.
I haven't yet.
I don't.
Like, I don't know.
I haven't found.
I don't know.
I'm so
Really, yeah.
new to this, like, and also with a baby so young. I mean, Lennon turns 1 next week, so I've only been doing this for a year. And
But you're still going on
It's almost
shoots
a
and
year.
doing
I
that kind
am.
of, like you have help, right?
So-
Like that's the kind of
yes, I will say I don't have much help in Portland. I have a few people I know, but I'm not like fully connected here.
Sure.
So it's definitely a logistical sort of nightmare when I have travel coming up because I have to figure out, okay, where's the baby going to be? Like, just all of it.
Yeah.
Luckily, I do have to shout out my parents. They probably a dozen times at this point have either flown to me and stayed with the baby so I could go somewhere, or I actually have flown me and the baby to Vegas to drop the baby off to then go somewhere. So
Nice.
I luckily have parents that are willing to do that and are actually more than happy to do that.
Yeah.
If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be able to travel. Are you kidding me? Like
Grandparents are clutch. They're so clutch.
but I also know not everyone has that, and like I really do consider myself very lucky. But as far as the everyday balance, I totally have not found it. Some days work, and it's like, okay, we're on a good schedule. The baby's having a good day. I'm having a good day. But I feel like the days that go wacky and get crazy, it's because I get overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
and you can't
I
handle
let
the
the day
situation.
get the
Yeah.
best of me.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's kind of my biggest downfall with finding balance. I'm kind of in my own way there.
yeah.
Yeah. What
No,
about
totally.
you guys? I want to hear your answers
Caleb,
too.
have you found balance, Caleb?
I've gotten a little bit better at it. Again, I only got one kid. But yeah, it's one of those things where I just rely a lot on Ariana to let me work. And then when I come out for lunch, I'm intentional about not looking at my phone and looking at my baby in the face, playing with her, being really there for the time I have. And then, yeah, it's just tricky. And it's definitely tricky.
Yeah.
Because I'm also trying to
You don't eat lunch at your desk?
No, I don't. Some days.
No, yeah.
I really try not to.
Yeah.
Do you?
Julia.
I do, yeah.
Julia's like, I breastfeed my kids
Yeah.
and I'm done. Like, bye.
Maybe it's because I'm breastfeeding, but I feel like I take so many breaks to like that I feel like I kind of have to catch up at lunchtime.
Can we do the giveaway really quick before
Let's
we
hit
keep
it.
diving into some more like photo? I want to get
Let's go.
how document your kids and yeah. Giveaway this week is from our friends over at Lens Rental. Thank you, Lens Rental, for giving away a $250 coupon that you can
Wow.
order anything you want. Joshua,
Oh.
Yeah.
you have anything else to say about it? I know you were the hookup with that one.
Absolutely. Look, guys, you guys have been probably hearing me saying this for years if you've been following me. I really believe in renting the gear before you buy because a lot of people buy the wrong gear too soon and waste
Right.
a lot of money. So this is your chance to actually get some free money to rent something that you really want to try out and make a decision to buy. So thank you, Lens Rental, again. You guys have been awesome. I hope you guys like this one.
So to win this giveaway, which we'll announce on next week's giveaway and last week's giveaway for the Ilford Sprite, we're going to give that away to the winner at the end of this episode. But to get the $250 to Lens Rental, all you're going to do is comment on this episode. We're asking you to comment who gave you your first camera or where did you buy your first camera from? Was it your parents? Was it something you saved up for? Tell us a little story about that first camera you ever got.
Was it from Costco?
Okay, so as creatives, I would say, Julia, I was curious, what do you think gives us kind of like an upper hand coming up with creative solutions or documenting our kids because we actually think about that versus a lot of parents, they don't actually think of capturing photos. Like, were your parents creative, do you think, growing up? And do you have a lot of images and stuff like that?
No, my parents were the worst at documenting.
Straight up calling them out.
Y'all were bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say my parents are creative. And like, I was born in Ukraine, and my parents actually didn't even have a camera there. Like, the only pictures we have is what my uncle took of us. So like, very
Shout out to the
crazy.
uncle.
And then like growing up, we had a camera, but it was like mostly us kids, honestly, that used it. Maybe
That's
that's
kinda
why I
cool.
like taking pictures. I
Yeah.
never thought about that. But my parents were like skimpy about film too. They're like, why are you taking pictures of your friends?
Right.
Skimpy on film.
It's expensive. Yeah, it was expensive. It was
Don't
a
waste that
luxury.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only medium at the time too. So
Right.
It would be cool with everything going on. I mean, not cool that everything's going on in Ukraine right now, but it'd be cool to have more images from back then.
Right.
Oh yeah, I know.
How long did you live there till?
I was only one when I moved, so.
But you got family
But
and
yeah,
stuff
even
there?
like my siblings just have like no baby pictures.
Right.
So you're overcompensating then
Maybe.
for all the stuff you didn't get.
My husband's always on my case for taking too
many
many photos
photos?
and videos. Yeah, so
You won't be
That's
mad
funny.
about that later.
I mean,
That's
she
a
has
good reason for it.
55,000 images. So I mean,
yeah.
But I think that's how. But I think that's how our brains work too. Like as creatives working in this like digital space, or not even digital, but analog as well with film. It's like my brain naturally goes to like she's doing something cute. I want to take a picture or
Totally.
take a video of it. Like maybe that's a bad thing. Like maybe there's like the part of like maybe I should be more present.
There's
but I want
two
to
sides.
I mean, there's two
definitely
sides.
two
and then
sides.
If you catch yourself, then you're like, let me just grab this and then just.
Right.
I mean, you can do both, to be honest. But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, oh, that's awesome. I'm not even worried about my phone. I'm going to be
Right.
in the moment, right?
Right.
totally.
Yeah.
Another thing. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, I've been a wedding photographer forever.
Forever.
Since I was like 18. I mean, I don't shoot very much anymore. I still shoot a handful here and there, but I feel like that just gave me like the desire to document and like not pose everything and also just like regularly document. Like up until the first year, I do like a photo shoot every month with my kids and
nice.
like
Yeah, that's
just
true.
regularly. I want to like be
That's
able to
cool.
have like a good chunk of memories from every month.
I haven't
every
done a
year of their
single
life.
photo
So-
shoot yet. I haven't done one.
We're just actually planning one for our first time as a family.
So that's a good tip actually. Being intentional with like a young family because they grow so
Yeah.
fast, they look
Yeah.
so different, and it's like
Yeah.
if you can set up because you have your dailies, let's call them your cine dailies on your phone, whatever. But then you also have like these like super high end photos of the family.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Where you're in them, Julia, because most of the time you're the
Timer.
one taking them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say another, I guess, advantage we have as creatives who think about this is that we have a natural or a taught anticipation. We anticipate certain moments. Like
Yes.
because we have a certain awareness about things that are happening, because we have backgrounds of events that we had to be anticipate. We have this, that, and the other.
Subconsciously.
So like, subconsciously. So it's like, oh man, we see this unfolding, so we're kind of thinking 2 steps ahead. It's like, oh yeah, I think this is going to be something to capture right here. So I think that's something we have.
When I see good light and my kid playing in the
Yes.
good light, I just lose it.
Yes.
Where's my camera?
I literally did that yesterday. Oh my word. I was like,
Yeah.
hold on. Tyler was with the baby. They were on the bed and it was like gorgeous sunlight coming in the windows behind them. And I was like, do not move, both of you. I like run into the studio. I'm like loading the camera. I can hear Tyler in the other room. He's
where's my
like,
film?
oh my word.
my God.
Her camera's not even loaded. Like,
Here we go, 5 rolls later.
and then I come back in. I'm just like,
Yeah,
like,
shout
chill.
out to my wife. Yeah, because my wife has captured some great moments of me and my daughter, because she's another photographer too. So like exactly that, Taylor, is where you just see something like, crap, I need that. I need to capture that.
Because I mean, if you miss it, I mean, will it happen again? Probably, but also like you're saying, Caleb, the children, they change so fast. I'm like,
It's so fast.
even if I get the same situation in a month, the baby looks different. Like, I need it today.
Have you guys thought about like doing words, making a series of some sort for your kids? So for me, I like I recognize faces. I love staring at faces. This is so creepy, but it is what it is.
It's beautiful, dude. It's art. You're an artist.
It's my artistry. And so my kids, like, I photograph their face every so often to see how it changes.
Oh,
and
cool.
So
Just like straight on.
Straight on, yeah.
Yeah.
And so eventually I'm gonna actually do it just on film, because I have some digital stuff that I have shot before, but I'll just do it on film and then just make a collage later on, just to see the transformation.
It only gets creepy when you're the person then that uploads that 1 to 18 years old time lapse on YouTube. You're like, what parent was like, hey, like 8-year-old kid, like every day you get home from school, let me take your picture. Those are so weird to
I'm
me.
doing an annual portrait of me
That's
and Yuri
cool.
ever since
Nice.
the year we got married.
Cool.
So
Oh, nice.
12 years now.
Wow.
Whoa.
Although I don't know where they all are. I'm not very
no.
organized with my files.
Julia.
So I'm hoping
They're on your
that
phone
I
somewhere.
haven't like lost a year. No, I'm using a real camera for them.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully they're safe. But
I love that idea.
iPhones
I want to
are
do
real
that.
and then
cameras.
No, when
all
you say
three of
real,
the kids.
what do you shoot on? What's your real
Just a
camera?
white background. Oh,
No,
my
what's-
real camera?
yeah.
I mean, I have a Nikon D750, and then
The
that's
OG.
like what I use for clients.
The OG.
And then I have a Leica
That's a
Q
solid
that's just
camera.
like my everyday throw in my backpack.
Oh, you have a Leica
That's
Q?
I do, yeah.
That's such a cool camera.
So I have a question.
Yeah, hit it. Wait, also we have to talk about your mullet. We haven't talked about your mullet yet.
Update them.
I
Update
cut a
them.
mullet.
Cute, Taylor.
She cut it herself.
I can't
I did.
believe it.
Amazing.
I cut this mullet myself, and
Take your headphones off so we can get the full reveal.
I think I might just always have a mullet.
It's so cute.
I said she looks kind of like Winona
love
Ryder. Comment below if you think
She
that.
kind of looks like who?
Winona
I
Ryder.
look like a dirt bag, and I love it.
I look like a dirtbag.
You guys
and
don't
I
even know.
love
I
it.
wake up in the morning, and my hair is all kind of crazy, and I
Kinda
just
into
leave
it.
it. I'm like, this is the hairstyle that
You
was
just
meant
roll
for
out
me.
of bed,
I don't
and
have
then you
to
grab
do
your
it.
pack of cigarettes, walk to
Literally.
the front porch, and smoke.
If
Yeah.
only I'd smoked. I would look so cool if I did. So I want to know, since having kids, has your style of, or like the way you approach your creative projects, how has that changed since having children and also working with them?
I
in
make
the
the
same
trip
place.
faster.
Oh my gosh, it's like ultimate
So
challenge
true.
in time management.
Time
Time
management.
management.
I was
It's
just
all
going
about
to say
time
that.
management.
I
There's
think we
not a
all
lot
have
of
the
like.
same
There's
idea.
less chilling because
Right.
then you feel guilty if you're
Yeah.
just chilling with some and you're like, I should probably go home now.
Yeah.
Or if you're traveling, that is when you're traveling and you know you're not flying out to the next day. You get this weird relaxing thing that you've never felt before because you're like, I can't do anything about it. I don't know.
So true.
I'm a procrastinator and a perfectionist, and I don't manage my time
Such a
well.
creative.
So it's like all the worst
Classic.
traits to have as a
That is a
Classic.
disaster combination.
So
But when they all align, magic happens.
yeah. I've had to get a lot better about not being a perfectionist. Like it's good enough. I'd rather spend time with my family. It's only work. Like this does not really matter.
It's good
That's
enough.
that's a deep
It's
nugget
good
for y'all.
enough.
Yes, and especially in our world of like the work we're putting out is, going onto YouTube and Instagram, and it's like people are just scrolling past it and they're gonna forget
quick.
about it in a week. So
That's true.
don't kill yourself or take time away from your family, to work on something for 2 more hours that doesn't really need it.
Only just spend time on the Sunny 16 merch because I want to wear those shirts forever.
I know. Those are amazing.
Oh, that's good.
What about you, Joshua? Any
Sorry,
creative?
what was the question
Different,
again?
have you approached creativity a little bit different since being a dad?
Yeah, because there's a huge adjustment I needed to make because like the way I think about work, I like a lot of time. I like a lot of time where I can kind of think about different concepts and ideas to kind of grasp first. But I don't have that time anymore. So I'm constantly making notes. I have a lot of memos, voice memos, little notes that I make in my note for my phone. And then I just kind of go like that. And I've learned to adjust. I'm still not like, I still would love to have just a genuine, just me sit down, think through stuff, but there's not a lot of time for that. So that's the biggest adjustment I've made. I don't know if it's better or for worse, but that's the adjustment I had to make.
Can you set aside time like after you put the kids to bed or something and give
I'm
yourself an
exhausted after
hour?
day.
Yeah, just too tired.
I don't want to do
I hear
work.
that.
During the day it's just mayhem. So like I remove myself and try and do something. I build
I know
rigs.
you're a night owl.
I am a night
yeah.
owl. Yeah.
No, you and Julia. I know Julia is too.
You too, Julia?
I'm a night owl who wants to be a morning person so
bad.
but it's not working out for me yet.
Yeah.
I thought kids would change it.
Really? Yeah, I walked in and her oldest kid is like sleeping at like 9:45, 10 a.m.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was still sleeping. I can't make
Jealous.
my coffee
I
until he
wish
wakes
that would
up
be my
too.
case.
Yeah,
But
jealous.
actually,
It's because they all hung out till midnight.
that's actually
probably.
a pretty good tip, though, for working parents. When I had the Lev, my first son, he was more of like a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. kid, and it was just miserable for me in the mornings. So we've just, because me and my husband both go to bed late, we've just shifted their
Fit them into
bedtimes.
your lifestyle.
Now
yeah.
they're more like 9 to 9, and it is so much easier
Wow.
in the morning.
That's awesome.
So I wake up before them now, and I have a chance to start work and clean up a little bit.
Clear
even
your head.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels so much better than like being woken up and just
Yeah.
dying.
I will say a pro to kind of the craziness and just like busyness that being a parent brings is it does make you so intentional with your time. So like
True.
if you're with your kids, you're with your kids. If you're working, you're working, hopefully. I know like for me, I never used to set aside time for brainstorming or thinking. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have to set aside time for that. I could do that whenever I wanted. Whereas now I literally will set time in my week to go on like a brainstorm walk because I think best when I'm
awesome.
walking.
Right,
And so I'll literally set it aside and put it in my calendar. Like on this day at this time, I'm going on a walk, whether it's with the baby or not,
Yeah.
just to let my brain just go where it needs to go.
One thing that we try to do is just facilitate creative time. So like a lot of the arts and crafts stuff. Thank God it's spring now because being at home in the winter is tough.
Yeah.
So now we
All
can go
hunkered
outside,
down.
we can go and play and roll around in the grass, kick the ball around. Like my daughter loves doing that stuff, and like I love doing that stuff with her. So now,
Active.
yeah, just being more active because she has kids have so much energy, and like
Right.
when you're just like go to sleep, you're like
Yeah.
I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you were asking about that earlier, I think for me, for sure, because I'm like, I love activities, I love hobbies. When my daughter's only 11 months, so she's not really doing much yet, but like, I think I'll be like, when we're doing like stuff like that, like playing outside at a park, I'll want to document activities.
Yes.
I think when you just said that, I'm like, oh, that's where my brain goes of like
So much easier to
action
document
sports. Yeah.
Yep.
Julia, do you have any other things? I feel like we can slowly start wrapping this up,
Yeah.
but I do want to announce the giveaway. And I will say, actually, let's cut that in right here because I have to record that separately.
Okay.
Last week's Ilford Sprite winner coming up right now. Okay, here we are. Editor Caleb here, crazy hair, editing the video and recording the giveaway winner for last week's episode for the Ilford Sprite. This was on the Problem with iPhone Photography video. Here we are. Comments are loaded, 296. Good luck. Let's do this. pick a winner. Nicholas Bullet, congratulations. My first iPhone was a 3GS. Nice. Worked great with the classic Instagram filters and radial blurs. A fat vibe. I have the iPhone XS and it works great for me. My favorite was the 7 Plus, though. Don't at me. Dude, congratulations. You just won an Ilford Sprite. Great little camera. Email me. I'll put my email on the comment. I'll respond to your comment. And yeah, back to this episode.
One thing I wanted to mention about time management is I'm like, ever since I became a mom, I've been more scatterbrained than before. Like I'll be in the middle of a task and jump to another task and jump to another task. And then like Taylor said, you hear the kids and then you're like, derails you again. One thing that's helped me is writing down my tasks for the day, which we kind of do as a team.
Yeah, we do.
But then there's an app called, or it's just a website actually. It's the Pomodoro method. Have you guys heard of it?
No, do share.
Working in like 25-minute chunks, and then having like a 5-minute break, and then having another 25-minute chunk of time. So you kind of sprint on something.
Okay.
25 minutes is short.
It's short.
And you
That's not even
just
30
there's
minutes.
a website. I think it's called Pomo Focus.
Not even 26
So anyway,
minutes.
you write the name of the task. You start the timer. It lets you know when it's over, but it helps me so much just to focus on a task. And it even works for like household stuff. Like, okay, I have 25 minutes, like panic clean, almost like when somebody's coming over.
Yeah.
You get things done so much
Panic
faster.
clean.
I think
that.
my brain seriously works like that too. Like, cause I when I am really into something, or like if I'm gonna clean the house, I want to do it so fast and so just like I can get into it.
Yeah.
But when I'm thinking about multiple things, then I feel like I get lazy and I don't do any of them.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I'm
gonna
the
try that.
opposite. I'm the opposite. Like
Okay.
if I'm cleaning the house, I want to play music. I want to have fun. I want to just kind of do things like just
Dink around.
relax. Yeah, think around.
Yeah.
And especially if I'm cooking, I want to take my time. You
Yeah.
guys know.
That's awesome.
I want to take my
different.
time. Yeah.
I'm not like
But
that.
but 25 minutes, that's short. I don't know.
That is short.
Whoa.
Okay, we'll link that in the description.
Yeah, there's also another method that I've done. Chase Jarvis has like this template where you like, same thing, like blocks of time with scheduled in breaks. You write out exactly how you're going to spend your day and even what you're going to do on your breaks. And it just helps you get so much more done. Like I can't tell you how many days I've had where I'm like, it's already evening. What did I accomplish today?
Yeah.
But
And then the kind of to go on top of that, if you do schedule out your day and write it all down, I feel like since becoming a mom, if I don't get all those things done, or if the day doesn't go as I planned it, I remember for a while it was really hard for me to adjust to my expectations being off. And I would honestly get upset if I didn't get to everything. And I feel like that's a big lesson in parenting too, is like, don't have expectations. Set goals and do your best, but like you never know how the day is gonna go.
Exactly.
Like
I've
you
learned my
might
day is
end up
so
in the ER
unpredicted.
with a kid, or whatever.
Or
So
be a
hopefully
nasty
not.
fall. Yeah.
yeah.
I would say the one last question to kind of wrap this up. Obviously, Sunny 16 is, we're new, creative studio. We ideally want to grow this into something, but what would, especially for your moms, because the baby is so, at the beginning stage, is so much more needy on the mother for multiple reasons.
vegetable.
But as like as like a company, what do you guys like to see in like the workplace, or what could be done? Do you think, I don't know, anything off the top of your head that could be done better for moms or parents? And then like as Sunny 16 hopefully grows, hit us with some sponsorships, people. I'm just kidding.
America needs better maternity leave.
Okay, yeah. So basically, my point. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, that I could fill out 4 episodes on that subject.
Let's save it. Okay, we can.
So
save
let's
it.
not dive into that. But better maternity leave and better paternity leave, just parental leave in general, is just absolute beep in America. So I feel like that's a big one. And then Julia brings up like nursing, making sure you have a space and the time to nurse or pump or do whatever you need to do. That's a huge
So it's
one.
like a flex, because I feel like Moment, like when I started there, kind of the first real company I worked at, I thought it was awesome for moms based on that it was so flexible.
Right.
yeah.
I think moms had the flexibility, but if say you didn't and you had to go in and it was a little more rigid on schedule and just expectations right away, like I could see that being pretty hard.
Yeah,
And like you just wanting to quit and spend time with your kid and you're not getting fulfilled on both sides.
And then you get into the whole discussion of like how expensive childcare is. And so it's like, is it even worth both parents going to work if you're going to have to pay so much money for childcare? Like, should one parent just quit their job and be a stay-at-home?
Yeah,
totally.
Like, that's a whole thing too.
But also you see it from the company side. Like, they need out of their employee if you're getting a good salary or whatever. Like, I also see both sides where it's like you expect them to do this much, but also you need to help them, value them as a parent and now know where they're at now. I feel like businesses, there's no relationship. Like a relationship, there's some give and take, I think, when people understand where they're at. A lot of it's like maybe your expectations need to change a little versus it being the exact same as when this relationship first started.
I feel like a lot of that, like having longer leave, is kind of a government thing. Like,
oh, totally.
You're not going to find a company that can afford, you know, to just.
That's
pay
why I
you
said
for a year.
America.
Yeah.
America.
Talking to you, America.
Yeah. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Hey, Biden, are you listening to this episode?
But companies that understand like that parents need flexibility, being able to work from home, like take breaks in the middle of the day, like those evening hours, like between 5 and 8 are like crucial, you know, for like dinner time.
And it's hard and like, I could see it being hard in like the tech space where you get some like bro-y tech entrepreneur like leading this company who might be a genius, but he's never had to deal with a kid.
He's probably apparently.
We're so lucky that our boss at Moment has 3 kids of his own.
Shout out Mark.
He's been
and his home with them.
Understanding.
He knows.
Yeah.
And for me, like, seriously, until I had a kid, like, I did not really actually understand how much work it was. I was kind of like,
it is
cool.
So
like,
much work.
Yeah, you don't really know until you know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I think if I was looking for another job, I would ask, like, how many of the people that work here have kids?
Interesting.
That should be like a legit question.
Like, the fact that everybody at Moment, or a lot of us have kids now, is just so helpful.
It is.
Like, I was the first one, and it like I just felt so much more guilt around that. Like,
did you? Dang,
everybody
that's a whole
could
story
work.
Right there.
I just felt like people could work longer hours. They could travel more. They, you know, for me, it was like you kind of have to say no to something as a parent. And so it's so refreshing that we all understand.
We do.
And learn from each other.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get a job at Sunny 16, you know, have a kid first.
It's crazy to think of the days that we could just work 8 to 4, just straight.
Yeah.
I like can't even remember what
so
that's
selfish.
like.
No offense. Enjoy the time you have, guys. Especially if you're a creator, just rip it. Just travel.
Do it
but
all.
I also don't want to be the complainer. Like I love bringing my kid with me. And once there's age gaps and all this stuff, but it's like I want to do everything I can to include my kid in what I do. Right. And I think it's cool to have that opportunity. For sure. I feel lucky for that. Yeah.
I just have to say I can't wait for all of our kids to meet.
Oh,
I really can't wait.
That's gonna be special.
Yeah,
gotta make a kids podcast.
It's time. Maybe this summer.
Hopefully.
Sweet.
Let's do it.
Well, Julia, anything else you want to say to the listeners? Plug your links.
Julia Manchik at Instagram.
Gosh, I don't know. Working as a parent is hard, but it's so worth it. And like these years go by so fast. Like I feel so unqualified to even talk about like how to work as a parent because I feel like I just got started.
We're just figuring it out.
Oh, you didn't, girlfriend. You've been doing
I feel super new to it, and I don't think that I will figure it out.
Right.
Like I've come to the like acceptance that this is just going to be a crazy season, but like literally in a few years they're all going to be in school, and I'm gonna have just my sanity back.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to make the most of it and enjoy it and not go crazy and make sure my kids like see a mom who's enjoyable and not just like always
stressed out. Right.
Key.
Yeah.
Major key.
Cool.
Julia.
Thanks for having me on, you guys.
Of
I'm
course.
so honored
Of
that I got to
course.
be a part
You're
of
amazing,
this.
Julia.
You'll be back on at some point.
I'll be honest, I like didn't watch even close to every video that Moment put out on YouTube, but like I'm so excited every time you guys put out a Sunny show. It's so fun.
Smash like for
Maybe
that.
Maybe it's because it's a smaller team and I'm part of it, but no, you guys are doing such a good job, and I'm always so impressed with how entertaining you make it. So hopefully I didn't screw this one up.
This episode will definitely appeal to a little bit different of an audience, I think. So if you're a new parent, or if you're a parent,
or gonna be a parent,
you can be 80 years old and have like a 40-year-old. Smash like, comment for the giveaway, or just another comment. We love reading them. We love chiming in with y'all. And Taylor, anything else you have? I feel like it's weird with Niles not here. He's always the one we're kind of.
Well, I was gonna say,
fun of.
should we put in some photos of us and our kids right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Roll
See you on
it.
the sunny side.
Roll it, roll it, roll it.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side.